Is Tesla a luxury brand? And if so, how does it stack up against other luxury brands when it comes to servicing your car? Well, stick around to find out. My friend Giancarlo recently took delivery of his Tesla Model Y and he had some issues with it and decided to take it in to have these issues revised or gone over. So he was nice enough to let me go with him so that I could make this video for you so that you can get a better insight of what it is like to own a Tesla vehicle. He has some issues with panel gaps and misaligned doors and all that good stuff. And he's gonna share his views about the servicing experience and also about the delivery of the car. I often get asked in the comments if I consider a Model Y a luxury car, but what makes a car luxury? Well, according to cars.com, luxury cars often use higher quality interior materials and have features that are not available to lower price models. Engine sizes, transmissions, sound systems, telematics, safety features, and they're also packed with many more amenities. They also may have more sound insulation, higher quality body parts, and aluminum or carbon fiber components instead of steel. So far, so good. I believe that our Tesla Model Y performance holds up pretty well in most of these categories. Not all of them, but most of them. Another aspect that sometimes makes a car luxury is the price tag. And the lowest priced Tesla is the Model 3 Standard Range Plus, which starts slightly below $40,000. I have owned many cars, brands like Lexus, BMW, and Audi, which are considered luxury brands. And these brands usually offer you more services when bringing in your car for maintenance or service. Things like they give you like loaner cars, free rentals, and other various concierge services. One aspect that sets these and other luxury brands apart is their installations. Usually, their waiting areas are pretty nice. They have lounges with complimentary drinks, coffee, snacks, continental breakfast, big screen TVs, reading materials, comfortable seating areas, and things like valet parking. But most importantly, they have a fast and efficient check-in and check-out system. Well, our local Tesla service center did terribly at all of this. But this is just one experience, just one service center. So please let me know in the comments if your local Tesla service center is better than the one we visited. And I tried to document my friend's experience and his testimonial. In some parts of the video, the audio is not great. It's actually pretty bad. So I apologize for that in advance. But I think that watching this is going to give you a good insight of what it is like to own a Tesla vehicle.
My friend is here to show me what's wrong with his vehicle. I see nothing but beautifulness here. It's a beautiful red Performance. It just looks super nice. He told me he hadn't washed it in a while, but to me it looks freshly washed. Look at those massive wheels. It's just a beautiful car. Right now, my friend Giancarlo is gonna walk us through whatever he thinks is wrong with this vehicle. And this is gonna come in as a surprise for me because there might be the same issues with my car, but he might be harder of a customer than I am. I'm an easy customer, I don't care. Okay, show me.
So when I first got the vehicle, the spoiler right here, it was coming off.
Okay.
And they tried to fix it at the dealership, but as soon as I got home, it was already peeling off again. Here, I don't care too much about the panel gaps, but I do care about the misalignment of the doors.
Crap, I have the same thing.
Here, it's also misaligned.
Right?
It's not by much, it's tolerable, but I'm very picky about stuff that I have to move every single day.
You paid a lot of money for this car and you should get what you paid for, you know? And I have the same issues with the car. Look at this. Have you noticed about this one right here? This is taller than this and it should be flush.
Yeah, but that's also, it's a hatchback, so I really
It's a moving
not concerned about that. They told me on delivery that the one with the rear panel, the rear quarter panel, the door it's slightly lower, but this almost looks perfectly compared to the one in the other side.
Okay, so you think it's worse than the other side?
However, look here. I don't know if you can see it with the camera, but this one is even, but it's sticking out.
I see this. See, I hadn't looked into this. This is another angle where you can't be wrong. This bump right here, you shouldn't feel this. It should be flush. It's not. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything
That's
else?
it.
And that's it. Okay,
That's
so let's go over to mine. Go over mine. You're gonna see the same issues. Look,
Yeah, you have this. We have the same issue.
same issue. So
That one looks a little bit even, but the one in the back looks under.
Okay. Now let's go to the other side.
This looks better than mine.
Okay.
On the left side. Yours is sticking out a little bit.
Okay, well,
Way less than mine.
anything else that you notice in your car?
Well, that I don't have the passenger lumbar support compared to yours, and I don't have the radar. That was my only complaint.
Passenger lumbar support?
Yeah, you have a passenger lumbar support on yours.
And I don't and you don't have it?
I don't have it.
Why?
Because Tesla, Elon Musk decided to take it off because
So-
nobody was using it. That's what he says. That they log in the computer and they can see if people are using that or not.
So he's saying that people didn't want it, so he took it off.
No, that people that they put it in, but passengers were not using it.
So
They just took it off.
to me, that's BS because I think that's just a way for the manufacturer to save
Okay.
money.
See, you have a button.
Oh.
I don't have that. I just have a whole cap.
Okay. Now, have you noticed this about your car? Let me show you. These bumps shouldn't be here. This should be a line.
Yeah.
It's full of this. Same thing here. You shouldn't feel this bump. Let me show you more. Not so much on this side, but you can feel this bump right here. It should be a
Yeah,
straight, smooth surface.
I have some of those too.
On this side, it's the same issue. Let's go over yours.
Looks like on yours, this tail light is a little bit harder tucked in because yours hits in this direction, stops you. This one, I barely feel it, but it feels like it stops me more coming from this direction. I have a Subaru WRX STI.
And those are not known to have quality interiors or anything,
Of
right?
course.
They're so Spartan. Like, they're really good cars, but
That didn't cost as much as this. Even with all the flaws, I still think that Tesla is better.
I think it's time to take it in for service. We're gonna see what they tell him. He pulled in and they told him to wait in the car while a service advisor came out to greet him. And so he's waiting in the car for about 10 minutes. And in my experience, brands like Lexus, they offer you valet parking. So as soon as you pull in, somebody greets you, takes your car and your keys, and then you just see the car until it's ready again. So he had an appointment for 10:15, and it's been well over 30 minutes. They just tagged all the issues that he noted with blue tape. I'm gonna bring it in. I don't know if they're gonna service it right now, but this is what you get for a waiting lounge, a parking lot. Amazing. So what happened?
So they're saying Tesla advised me that they're gonna take almost the whole day. That the car might be done in the afternoon. I pointed everything that I wanted to get fixed. There's a little dent on one of the doors. They told me they'll take care of it. And while Juan here was taking pictures and video of my car, I found another defect. It's one of the trim under the door. It's a little bit popped out. So they're gonna take care of that too. They're gonna line all my doors. So they told me it might take the whole afternoon, the whole day, practically. It may not be even done today, but so they offer me a voucher for $100 for Uber. I was commenting on the lounge area, the waiting area for your car gets serviced. There's none, right?
No, not on this one. No. There's a parking lot, nice and sunny. And I was commenting too that, coming from a premium brand like Lexus and Audi wasn't nearly as good as Lexus, but Lexus has a lounge and they have like valet parking.
Yeah.
So as soon as you drive in the parking lot, somebody greets you, takes your car from you, and then you don't see it again until it's done, until it's ready to be picked up. And when you drop off the car, you walk straight to a waiting area that has like coffee, Starbucks coffee, like super nice big screens and all that while you wait. And then usually when it's your first service call, they usually put you in a loaner. That's what they do. And this is not the case, right?
Not on this location, apparently.
There's
Because
other places that have a lounge?
Yes, the delivery area in Carlsbad, that one has a big office, big area where you can sit and relax while you wait for your vehicle to
No, maybe you should have opted for that. I mean, this is closer,
Yeah,
right?
but it's farther away, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take him home, and he's gonna save that voucher for later, and we'll talk in the car.
The Tesla app should have a system that you click on hey, I'm checking in. And I'm in the location, I'm in the service area, check in. I waited in the car for 15 minutes, nobody came to talk to me. It wasn't until I got off the car and someone told me, hey, can we help you? And that's when hey, I have an appointment for 10:15. I've been here since 10, and you guys nobody has come to meet me.
They don't have a program going on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sloppy, right? You go in,
Yeah.
then you park, nobody greets you. And
Yep.
so in total, what do you say you were there?
I was there for 45 minutes.
45 minutes. So probably the first 30 minutes were unattended, right?
Yep.
At some point, you were actually in the service area, right?
Yes, because the receptionists, they're actually sitting, their computers are set up inside the service area.
Right. So you have to go in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's very weird because usually in any other service center, they want to keep you away from the servicing area.
Yeah.
And here's like the place. And
But I think it's because they don't have a lounge area, they don't have a desk area.
when you pointed out the issues that your car has, they're very similar to what I have going on in my car. And you know what? I hate going to service centers. I hate waiting. I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. Like, I don't know. Now knowing that my car has the same issues and they're going to repair yours, I don't know if I want to take mine in. It's just annoying, man.
Yeah, am I being nitpicky? Yes.
Well, no. I don't think you're being nitpicky. It's just it's your investment. It's your money.
But
You spend
it's
a lot of
something
money.
I'm looking at every single day. When I open the doors, I see that. If it was something that I only use every once in a while, oh, it's there, fine. But the car makes me so happy that I could overlook all of that.
You know what?
But it's stuff that I see every single day.
The doors and the panels and the taillights, they're all things that somebody put together and could have taken the time. Obviously, time is money and they don't want to invest the time, so it seems like they want to just rush it out of the production line and then deal with the customer later. Now, to give you an example, is now they gave us 2 cars and you're willing to go through the legwork of getting it fixed, and I'm not. So they save time and money by knowing that some customers will come back and some others will just won't give a crap, you know?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy with my vehicle, with my Model Y. But I was very upset that I received the notification 3 days before picking up the car that they were not installing radar in my vehicle. They didn't notify anything about the passenger lumbar support. I found that out when I was looking online, that the newer models they don't have passenger lumbar support.
All the good things, well, we know why we love this car, but it's all the little things that I think are a letdown, and we should talk about it from the owner's perspective.
Correct.
So that other people know.
The door panels, they were so obvious that they actually stand out.
Right.
It's like you just walk around the car and you notice them. I see some people complaining about the performance model, that the ride quality is a little bit too rough. You need to drive my Subaru. This feels like I'm riding on a very
Yes.
nice car.
I don't have a problem with the riding quality of this car. When I get on the freeway, it feels so controlled, so nimble, so well balanced. Yeah, on rougher roads, you can feel the road, but at the same time, it makes you feel connected. So that sportiness, I like it. Whether it was voluntary or involuntary by Tesla, I really like that connectedness that you feel through the hard suspension, and this feels very BMW-ish. To this day, this is the best car I have ever owned.
I agree. Would I buy again? Yes.
Yeah, I was in the next
Even
video.
with all the defects, I would buy it again.
Thank you, Giancarlo, for being with us. Thank you for sharing your experience about the service center. It was very insightful. I have never been to a service center, and now I know that I don't want to visit one if I don't really have to. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The ownership experience is more than the car itself, and you have to take the good with the bad. And just like in my opinion, I have told you that one of the reasons that we chose to go with Tesla was their supercharger network, then in that case, I have to include the Tesla servicing experience to the overall rating of the brand so that you can get a better insight of what it is like to own one of these amazing vehicles. And I rate this first experience pretty low. The service center is located at a business park, and the whole operation looks very disorganized and logically flawed. Nothing against the people that work there. It's actually the whole thing that needs revision, and they need to do a lot to bring it up to level with other true luxury brands. But the good news is that Tesla vehicles require very little maintenance, and I don't plan to go back there anytime soon or too often. Thank you for making it this far with me. If you found value in this video, please hit that like button. And if you haven't done so, please consider subscribing. Also, if it is more content like this that you would like to see on my channel, please drop me a comment as well. Also, I would like to thank all of you that have used my referral code to order your Tesla vehicle. Thank you so much for supporting this Nana Small channel. I believe that the referral program is awesome because it gives you 1,000 free miles of supercharging, and it gives me 1,000 miles as well. Having said that, if you're planning to order a Tesla vehicle anytime soon, use my referral code that I included in the description box and take advantage of this amazing deal. I'll see you next time.